using 10 highly successful strategies like the pros. What does being highly successful mean? How you can become highly successful almost instantly. And, becoming highly successful is bound to make an impact in your life. Let's get this party started. We admire powerful and successful people, but those rags to riches stories or who began as ordinary people and relied on their own wits to achieve success, receive the most respect. Some of these people had no idea how much potential they possessed, and they didn't care. They simply worked hard and continued to work hard day after day. So, how do we know if we have some of the characteristics that can lead to great success in life? You may be exhibiting some of these positive signs of potential future success, but are simply unaware of them. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 1, you are dependable and punctual. It is difficult to find someone who always keeps his or her word and is never late for a meeting. People who fit this description are held in high regard by their peers and the business community. If you are the type of person who others find trustworthy and can manage a realistic schedule that allows you to be very punctual, you have the potential to achieve great things. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 2, you are not afraid to express yourself. Many people are uncomfortable showing their true feelings to the world. Revealing their true self makes them feel too vulnerable. However, if we look at some of the most successful and widely recognized modern artists, we can see that they aren't afraid to follow their vision and continue to express their inner selves creatively through their work. Because of their distinct artistic style, film directors such as Wes Anderson are regarded as auteurs. A filmmaker whose individual style and complete control over all elements of production. Similarly, today's billionaire entrepreneurs have always been outspoken about their vision, even if it went against the grain. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 3, you do not expect others to perform tasks for you. There are men and women out there who just can't seem to get their act together, so they sit around and wait for the rest of the world to solve their problems. They will frequently seek assistance from friends, family, and even coworkers, and they will constantly complain about the plethora of minor issues that prevent them from achieving their goals. True success, on the other hand, prefers to take matters into their own hands and accept responsibility for their own actions and their decisions. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 4, you keep your things neatly organized. When you hear someone with any level of success talk about how they enjoy a chaotic environment, it's most likely because they have a very special filing system. Some people work best when they are sitting in the middle of large stacks of paper or switching back and forth from their phone to their laptop screen with a dozen tabs open. However, if you look closely, you will notice that there is a method to their madness. It doesn't matter if you are very analytical and systematic about your work and like everything to be in its proper place, or if you prefer to let your thoughts fly and have your work spread out across the room. If you can easily find what you need and work efficiently, you can consider yourself organized. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 5, you have a desire to improve. Not everyone is as ambitious as they should be. They may be held back by fears that they are unable to effectively address, they may lack creativity, or they may be lazy and used to settling for less if it means they do not have to work too hard. Then there are those who are driven by a burning desire to constantly grow, learn new things, acquire new skills, and sacrifice some current fun and enjoyment in order to be happier later in life. The latter group is the one that continues to improve year after year, taking things one step at a time. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 6, you are not embarrassed to seek advice. Men are often said to be too proud to ask for directions, which is a humorous adage. I may be speaking from my free-spirited European upbringing, but anyone who is lost and in need of help but believes that asking for help is a sign of weakness is a complete moron. I understand that some people have fragile egos, but those who aren't afraid to ask for help and guidance will overcome obstacles much faster, learn a lot of insightful things, and be able to apply what they have learned in the future. If you have a false sense of pride, you will never make significant progress. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 7, you are a confident, headstrong individual. You may not give much thought to your general positive attitude toward life, or the fact that you are reasonably pleased with yourself and your current situation, but trust me when I say that confidence is a game changer. To stay motivated and focused on your goals, all you need to do is believe in yourself. You have what it takes to be somewhat successful if you don't underestimate your abilities, Don't let others control you, speak up for yourself, and seize opportunities when they present themselves. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 8, you see failure as a learning tool and a source of inspiration. Most people make the mistake of allowing themselves to be easily defeated. Of course, we all make mistakes and fail miserably when trying new things, but that's no reason to start screaming obscenities and waving your fist at the sky and then giving up all hope. Those who use failure to fuel their desire to improve and learn from all of their mistakes along the way are the ones who go on to achieve greatness. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 9, in stressful circumstances, you can maintain composure and reason. Have you ever had the impression that some people get overly worked up about trivial matters? Do you find it difficult to understand how some people can allow themselves to turn red in the face and begin taking everything personally? You are one of the few people who can maintain emotional control during important conversations, emergencies, and other trying situations. Highly successful strategies like the pros. Number 10, you look after your people. These are the characteristics that are frequently associated with alpha personalities. Natural leaders are confident and courageous, but the most important alpha character trait, empathy, is frequently overlooked. Yes, you heard that right. A leader must be able to provide for the group in order to ensure that everyone has access to the resources they need to feel secure and respected. A leader's goal is always to keep his followers happy, even if it means compromising, effective communication, quick thinking, and making some difficult decisions. If you only think about yourself, you won't get very far, and you'll fall just as quickly as you rose. Here are my final thoughts. If you exhibit some of these characteristics, you may have a few dormant talents that will allow you to achieve some of your most important goals if you can learn to harness their power. Even though it will take time, effort, and possibly even luck, if you already have some advantageous characteristics, you will undoubtedly have an advantage. As you work to build a better, greater version of yourself, click here to see the video that you might find entertaining. As soon as I upload a new video, you can be notified by subscribing to the channel and pressing the notification bell. If you want to see more of this type of content, please click the like button and share it with your friends and family. Here is your question of the day. What are some self-motivation techniques that you use? Leave your answer in the comments section below or any other outlining factors to help this community flourish. Thank you for taking the time to watch Under Construction.